Hi guys, it's Debbie, and today I'd like to speak about Song to Song, a new film directed by Terrence Malick. It is a troubled story of two couples, so we have BV and Faye, portrayed respectively by Ryan Gosling and Rooney Mara, and then Cook and Rhonda, portrayed by Michael Fassbender and Natalie Portman. Most of the characters in Song to Song are free souls which want to live their life moment for moment, according to their emotions. They don't have a fixed plan. Live a free life and at the same time strive for success or for an economic reward via their passions. But because of these desires, they will do absolutely anything, especially for Cook, which is a wealthy and influential figure in the music industry. Women fall for his good looks and the promise of a better life, ended up having affairs with him and cheating on their partners, using drugs, and in general obeying to all his orders just for a flimsy promise of a life based on money. Cook also manages to impose his control over men, as we see him falling and insulting BV, which is an aspiring artist. His power and confidence reduce anybody surrounding him to soulless stick figures locked in a vicious cycle. Only those with strong moral fibre will understand what real love, real affection and real life is. Because Cook may appear as the popular, influential, cool dude, but in reality he is the loneliest character on set and relies on prostitutes, drugs and alcohol to feel something. He is a lonely bat in an enormous mansion which he admits he hates. I was very excited before seeing this film. I was counting down the days to its release. I was expecting a wave of emotions, beautiful shots and an awesome cast. But unfortunately I didn't enjoy this film as much as I had dreamed. It is a visual feast. Every single shot from beginning to end is breathtakingly stunning. There are warped images of Cook in his swimming pool, footage of crowds widely dancing at concerts, wide shots of the elements of nature, including some exotic locations the characters visit, beautiful depictions of the relationships between the characters, so both the just sexual encounters and also the portrayals of real love. But follow me through this. Have you ever been to one of those really fancy art exhibitions where everything is really cool and you're walking past all these amazing works of art and you're thinking, oh, this is so beautiful and that is so amazingly fascinating and intriguing, but after an hour of walking around you start to get the feeling that you're not really receiving anything from the exhibit. You appreciate everything, you realise it's wonderful art nobody could recreate, you acknowledge it, you acknowledge the artist's struggles, but it still didn't convey anything to you or didn't make much sense. It was just visual beauty and you can't really complain because everybody would be like, it's called art, look it up. That's the feeling I got with Song to Song. It's like watching 2 hours of visually and supposedly profound imagery, but which had no real conclusion, no tangible conclusion. The story did convey some messages and cover some interesting topics, for example greed, aspiration, love and betrayal, death, making the right career choices and so on. And I know that Malick's works tend to heavily insist upon the aesthetic aspects of the final work, trying to convey the story through visual elements. Take a look, for example, at The Tree of Life or Knights of Cups. Cinematographer Emmanuel Lubetsky is known for creating beauty out of even the simplest element, but here there was really something missing. There was not a strong storyline or in general an actual plot or an important message until the third part of the film, but by then everybody was deeply bored by the whole story and the audience was begging it to be over. The film just skips over important elements, starting from the characters' names, and then pretentiously proceeds to distract us by underlining the beauty of the surroundings. For example, there was one moment which spoke about death, a heartbreaking moment which needed development but which was quickly lost, shadowed by breathtaking views of the sky and the birds and these mumbling voiceovers. Some of the situations which occurred in the film weren't always played out in a realistic way. For example, just the concept of love, betrayal and the consequent discovery aren't usually carried out with one single tear rolling down the cheek or one single piece of advice which just reads out, "Don't worry, it was just a simple mistake you made." And what really annoys me most about all of this is that we can't even complain. We can't say we didn't enjoy this film because we would immediately be accused of belittling Malick's art, of not understanding the visual beauty of cinema. If you've ever seen The Revenant, all the Lord of the Rings, Django Unchained, Mad Max Fury Road, The Grand Budapest Hotel, the Dark Knight trilogy, or even teen popular films such as Into the Wild, Moulin Rouge, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, you'll understand what I'm saying. You know that aesthetics and visual beauty breathtaking imagery doesn't always exclude a good plot. Acting wise, I really enjoyed Michael Fassbender's portrayal of Cook. He was hateful, he disgusted me in every single shot. I could see the evil greed in his magpie eyes whenever he saw something he desired. And as I've said before, when actors manage to convey these feelings, these emotions, they are delivering an awesome performance. Rooney Mara and Natalie Portman were awesome as always in their roles, especially Portman, and I also enjoyed Ryan Gosling's very natural portrayal of innocent, good at heart BV. The complete cast included other famous names such as Kate Blanchett, Tom Sturridge and Lick Lee. Instead, I was really disappointed for the absence of Benicio del Toro, Christian Bale, Hayley Bennett and Trevante Rhodes, which should have been included but in the end were excluded from the final cut. The film also includes famous artists such as Iggy Pop, Florence Welch and in particular Patti Smith. I saw Patti Smith in concert just 2 nights before seeing this film. Hearing her preaching about freedom, freedom of speech, freedom of choice, freedom to live, and then seeing her on screen immediately after was a very profound experience for me. Would I recommend this film? I would recommend it if you know what you're in for, if you're not easily bored, and if you're not looking for an engaging and structured plot. If you have seen the film, let me know what you thought about it with a comment here below, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for many more movie related videos. See you soon, bye!